Hello from tajmotormedics. I've got a Fiat 500 here on a 2015 plate, just replacing the lower engine mount, which is right here. That's what we're replacing. This is it. So I don't know the part number on this one here is 84120. I'm assuming that is the part number, but customer supplied me the part, but we're replacing it. Now the spanners and tools you need, I've got them right here. I've got a few different options for you just in case you don't have one. Now this here is going to be an E18 for the inside bolt here, and then you've got an 18mm spanner across here, an 18mm spanner or socket across here as well. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to use an extension with a socket and a bar, because it hasn't got no nut on the top. It's integrated into the subframe, so screws into the subframe. With this one, it's going to be a slight problem. What we're going to do is we're going to undo this bolt here. We might have to undo that one there on the top, as you can see, and then this one here, only because you've got the exhaust, which is not going to allow us to take the man out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to undo all of them. So I'm just going to see if I can just like spray everything with a bit of maintenance spray. So spray across, spray, 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 spray. So now we're going to undo it. Now if you don't have an E18, for instance, you don't have this, what you could use is a 14mm spanner on this side, so it fits in nicely, as you can see right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo this one first, make sure that's nice and loose. Here we go, that is nice and loose. She's pretty good, yep. Now we're going to undo this one here, which is there. That's it, that's nice and loose, brilliant. Now the top one, I might have to use a bar and a socket. Now the extension I'm talking about is this one here. That's what we're using, with an 18mm socket, which is right across here. So let me just free everything up and I'll be back again. Now what I've done is I've undone this one first. So I'm going to take this one out all the way, because if I loosen the other ones up, this becomes tight. It gets a bit difficult because of the space. Now just remember, when you're working around this area as well, make sure the exhaust is not too hot, otherwise you will burn yourself. That's the last thing you want to do. There, we got a problem now. I'm going to push down on the exhaust. I can't push down on the exhaust, so which is going to be a bit of a nightmare. That's not nice. Okay, so we've had it. So what I might have to do is I might have to undo this one here. This is maybe a 13mm. So it's going to be, let's get a, where's the 14mm spanner? You know, I just had spanners on me. I don't know where they're on now. Where did the 14mm go? It was here, isn't it? Oh no, it's here. Duh. So it's not a 14, so it's definitely a 15mm. Okay, that's out. I wasn't meant to use a socket, but just using a spanner on this. You know, simple job sometimes becomes a bit more difficult. Right, now let's just see if that's going to come out. As you see, it just dropped down a little bit here. So this is getting a bit easier. But nope, it's still tight. So I say, can I get a 14mm socket, please? And give me that small gun with this 14mm socket. 15mm socket, sorry, my bad. Still a bit tight. Thank you. Alright, that's quite a long bolt. It's going to be a bit awkward for you guys to do this on the roadside because of space and everything else. So I'm just going to wedge a bar in there and then push it down a little bit and then try to take it out. Right, I got this one out. I had to wedge a bar in there, push down on it so this can come out. What I'm going to now do is get the other bolts out as we speak, and then we'll do the last bit. We'll show you that in a sec. As you can see now, to take the nut out, but the bolt ain't going to come out because of this bit here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to undo that top one there, which I've already loosened up. This one across there, I've already loosened that up. So if I just take it out all the way, the bracket then becomes loose. You know, I genuinely thought this is going to be like a 2-minute job. That's why I thought I'd do a video on it to make it easier. But it isn't. Now that the bracket is out, here we go, that's the nut for it. So put that in the side. So this would then come out in a second. We'll just undo this one as well, please. Take this one out. Just use the gun because I've already undone it. There's a gun there with an 18 socket. That's a bit tight. Nicely take the bolt out, put it to the side there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to move this in an angle. This is still not coming out, so we can push the engine forward. If you push the engine forward, okay. Let's think of another way. It's only just a little bit, the bolt. Maybe we take this out here and then the exhaust can come down. The exhaust won't come down because it's got a catalytic converter on the front, which is a manifold cat. And right, let me come up with an idea. Put you on hold for a sec. Now what I had to do is I had to take the mountings out here. I then had to get the engine pushed forward, and then with this bolt across here, what I had to do is I had to tilt it a little bit towards the top and then pull it out. As you can see now, the bolt is out. Just don't want to drop the bracket. 1 second. I mean, why would they make an easy job so difficult? I just don't get it. They could have thought of another idea with regards to the bolt. Here we go. This is it. So that's out now. All we then do is get the engine man out. So that is the engine man right here. So it's all broken, as you can see there. So what we're going to do is put a new one on. Got the new one across here anyway. So it can go either way. So it shouldn't be a problem. So they're both exactly the same. This is how it come out, and that's how it's going back in as well. So if I put it in an angle sideways and then push it in. Here we go, that's in. So now I need to get the bolt through from the top. So we're gonna have to use this bracket, goes in there, the bolt goes through. So I'm just gonna use a spare hand. Go on then, just hold the camera right here. Just need to push it in. it. Put the back, push the bracket up, screw it in. You don't need to. That's it. Perfect. That's gone through. Now you see that was the hardest bit. So we got that in now, the long bolt in. We're just going to have to put the other bolts on. Now with this one, it'd be best to put this on first because everything is nice and loose. So if we just, oops, get this lined up. Let me get my fingers in and then screw in. So nope, it's not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is get the bar. Same thing again, put the bar across here. And then see if we can just line this up. Put the bar across here and push the exhaust that way, gently. That's it. Am I in the right hole? I don't know. You got to do more, a little bit more. That's it. Right, I'm going to see if I can slot the top one in first because this one here, it's not lining up. Get the top one in lined up. And now we do this bottom one. So the best option would that be if I were to move the engine forward, yeah, and then bring it down. Do you think it would work? So do that again. So if you put it across here, like that, gone. Push it downwards, yep. All we need is just need to screw in. I mean the bolt is so long, it's unreal. Right, hold up. Right, so I'll put a bar through here. Now that I lined it up, so it's all good. So what we're going to do is just screw it in so it passes the exhaust bit and it should be good then. I've got the screw in, that one's in. That one there is in as well. So this one is in. So we're just going to put this one in. To line this up, it is quite a simple procedure again. Go on then, let's just do it with... You push the engine back a little bit so it's not really heavy. So it screws in nicely as you can see. So we let go now. So we got one on the top there. You got one here. You can got one here across here, and then this is the last one. So make sure they're all tightened up. So what I'm going to put you guys on hold and tighten everything up now. Right, okay, that's it, all done now. So we've tightened this one up. We've tightened this as well. We've done this one up. We've done this. Just got the screw back in here as well. So we're going to tighten this one up, and then we just going to put the exhaust mans back on. Now to put the exhaust mans on, it's always good to spray some lubrication across here and here, just through there, and then watch, that'll go in nice and easy. So if you lift it up and then it slots in. To take it out as well, just spray some lubrication and it should just go in nice and easy. That's it. See, no pressure, no drama, and then Bob's your uncle as well. That's it, all done. So I'm going to tighten this one up and just check, make sure there's no, oh, it's already pretty solid now. So there's no movement in the engine. There is just a slight, which you should have, but not enough for it to fail. Okay, that's all it was. Sorry the video is quite long and I'm going to try shorten it up, maybe fast forward things. But don't forget to share, like, subscribe. There's always a special thanks button as well. Don't forget to click on that. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.